on the national debates, and we'll show you how many votes we can take away from the But it's on the state debates. You know, Jesse Ventura was 8% in the polls about 6 weeks before the election. Here's what happened. This is a three-way race. In Minnesota, you had same-day voter registration. In Minnesota, he got $300,000 and some dollars from state money, campaign finance. And in Minnesota, he got on 10 debates with his Democratic and Republican opponent. And he went from 8% to a win on election day. You see what happens when the system is slightly less rigged? Well, we got a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, it isn't just on an agenda. It's on just getting on the ballot. Getting on the ballot to have a voice, to use our First Amendment rights. So here, apart from saying we got to scrap these 50 state ballot access laws when you're running for federal office, there should be one federal ballot access statute, period. Here in Pennsylvania, here's where you get your motivation in Pennsylvania. You're far worse in this respect than New Jersey. Do you realize how serious that comment is? In New Jersey, I got on the ballot with 1,000 signatures. 1,000 signatures. In New Jersey, they look at the voter's name, registered, that's it. They don't have 5,000 different curlicues. And I keep hearing more and more of them, even today. I mean, unbelievable curlicues. Some signatures were dismissed because they were put, and there's an impermissible difference between a ballpoint pen and a flare pen. I've seen around the country our signature dismissed because an elderly person wrote in her handwriting and it squiggled on the next line. They dismissed the entire sheet. The entire sheet. Bigotry. This is political fascism. We've got to call it for what it is. We know what it is. Just think of the traditional American support of the underdog. It works in baseball. It works in football. It works in basketball. It works in hockey. It even works in many business arenas. You know, they're really going for that little software firm. They're really going for that little ethnic restaurant taking on the chains. The American support for the underdog. But when does it stop short? It stops short in the electoral arena because the voters are basically told, forget these people. Forget that they come from a long line of tradition where they have been right, again and again, against slavery, for women's right to vote, for uplifting labor standards, right on Social Security before the two parties, right on Medicare before the two parties, right on federal regulation of corporate crime, fraud, and abuse before the two parties, right on respect for small taxpayer money not being ripped off and stolen by the Halliburtons and the Exxons and Mercs of this country. Right on universal health care to replace this miserable system where 18,000 Americans die every year and hundreds of thousands get sick or stay sick because they can't afford health care. 18,000 Americans. Who weeps for them? That's 6 9/11s. And it's every year, according to the Institute of Medicine of the National Academy of Science, a very conservative estimator. And they're still not for the underdog. Because they've grown up in a two-party monopoly. They've grown up in a winner-take-all system with no proportional representation. With no instant runoff. With no public financing. With no opening to debates. a winner-take-all system. And they are told, none of these people can win. It ain't gonna happen. Forget it. You're wasting your vote. The only vote you waste is when you vote for someone you don't believe in. That's what you're trying to get across.